Next, we need to talk about function composition. This is not the same as multiplying functions, which we're going to go over in a later section. This is when we're composing functions. So if f and g are functions, then the composite function or composition of f and g is defined by f composed with g, that's how that's read, it's an open circle, is f of g of x. I.e. what we're doing is we're substituting in g of x for x in f. And we did this. We did this back in section 3.1 when we learned how to solve systems of equation by substitution. Still not a great speller, but I got the math thing down. The domain of f composed with g, and we're going to take a deeper dive into the domain of composite functions way down the road in chapter 9, but it's the set of all numbers in the domain of g such that g of x is in the domain of x. So let's go ahead and compose some functions. I have f of x is x squared and g of x is x plus 3. What I want to do is I want to find f of g of x. So basically, I'm going to substitute g of x in for x in f. So if I have f of x plus 3, well, my f function is just x squared. So that would be x plus 3 squared. And we're going to FOIL this out. Have we talked about FOIL yet? We're going to FOIL this out. So remember, if I have a square, that's like saying I have x plus 3 times itself. And we're going to FOIL, which is first outer, inner last. So I'm going to multiply my first terms, my two outer terms, x and 3, my inner terms to get 3x, and my last terms to get 9. So I'd get x squared plus 6x plus 9. If I want to find f composed with g of 2, I can take f of g or 2 or substitute into our equation that we found. So if I want f of g of 2, that's f of, substituting in 2 plus 3, which is f of 5. Well, my f function is x squared. It's a degree 2 function. So I get 5 squared, which is 25. Let me show you how I get the correct answer by substituting that in to our what we found. So I know that f composed with g of x is x squared plus 6x plus 9. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute that in. I have 2 squared plus 6 times 2 plus 9. That's 4 plus 12 plus 9, which does indeed give us 25, the exact same answer. Let's work through another example. If I have f of x is 4x minus 1, and g of x is x squared plus 5, I want to find g composed with f of x. That means I want to take g of f of x, and I really enjoy rewriting it this way because it shows me how the substitution is going to work. That's going to give me g of 4x minus 1. So I would get 4x minus 1, substitute that in. 4x minus 1 squared plus 5, right? And then we need to FOIL this out. Four x times 4x, that is 16x squared minus 4x plus 1 plus 5. So I would get 16x squared minus 8x plus 6. If I want to find g composed with f of negative 2, I'm going to substitute in negative 2. So I've got g of f of negative 2, which is g of 4 times negative 2 minus 1. And again, I could substitute it into the composition of g and f that I found, but I'm going to solve it this way. That gives me g of negative 8 minus 1, which is g of negative 9. I'm going to plug negative 9 in for x and g. So I've got negative 9 squared plus 5. Well, when I square negative 9, it becomes a positive 81. Plus 5, my final answer is 80. My final answer is 86.